Guys, you can see here Gaurav Rakshit, the ambassador, the commissioner of GCL is there in the background. He's going to make the first move here. And these players, Amrita, maybe we can ask our chat, who do they think will triumph in this encounter? We have knight to f3 by Gaurav. He makes that move. And we also have arbiter Vivek Suhani here, who's kind of put everything together on perhaps the DGT front and getting everything together.
Beautiful. Okay, he takes the knight back to G1. It's gonna be a new move, it seems. Let's go, Sagar. मजा आने वाला है बहुत ज्यादा फटाफट होने वाला है. It starts with B3.
Oh, the first move B3 by Jose Martinez, and we have E5 played here by Daniel, and the
E3,
moves are coming in.
E3, E5, E3. There we have G6, C4, knight C6. Yeah, they're coming in, no?
Yeah, the moves are coming in, and the C4 bishop G7 played. And Amrita, it's kind of an English opening with this bishop standing here. This is something that Adipan loves to play, and I think this is what he recommends as well. And there you can see knight comes out on f3, attacking the pawn here in the center.
It's a very solid structure they have chosen. I mean, they are taking this blitz very seriously. I thought something rash in the first 5 moves is going to happen on the board side.
You know, Amrita, they are hungry to play chess. The thing is, they've been waiting on the sidelines for quite some time, and these are all professional players. They play chess for a living, and so in a way, just being able to play some chess is a lot of fun for them.
And you know, Daniel already, I think he wants to go for f5 and start with some aggressive chess there. There you go. f5 on the board. Is Jose going to think of long castle at all in the future?
Yeah.
Or would that be crushing?
Amrita, I think he'll just short castle here. It looks like a fine move. And a3 played here. Maybe there are some ideas of now f4, but he stops first. b4 coming in, but this does weaken the b5 square, and d4 will be on the cards.
Ooh, yeah, the Indians definitely did not like the move a3, a5 insertion over there. And I think now white can short castle and go d4. Or are you saying directly d4? Wait.
No, he played rook to d1. Directly, he didn't want to play. He now protects this and is ready to go for d4. So this is looking quite promising for Jose Martinez as Dubo pushes forward with f4. Finally, he gets this move in.
You know, I actually like the position more for Dubov because this is you now have that c8 bishop opening. Knight will jump to f5, g5, g4. Whoa, I find it dangerous for white.
I like it. Actually, knight you are right, Amrita. Takes, and knight f5 can become very risky with the e3 pawn hanging. Let's quickly check what's happening with Pranav Anand and Pranav V. As we can see here, both of them playing very, very carefully. We had, I think, the Italian in this game, Amrita. And right now, we've reached a position where maybe it's even slightly better for Pranav V. He can take here and then start pushing his central pawns.
You like this for Pranav V, huh?
Yeah,
like
black is better, Amrita, because now he defends e5 and now he's threatening f5 and e4.
Okay, but then that would be like g7 bishop. If the dark square bishop is exchanged, then I think the black king can get exposed. And again, I'm not sure. I think I would prefer it practically for white.
But you know, the queens are getting traded. So first you need to avoid that. He does avoid it now with knight to d2. A move that is a little bit weird, but he plays it. His knight comes to d2 and...
Okay, so this one is going a little more calm than the Daniel Dubov's board where a lot of chaos is happening.
Yeah, let's go to Daniel Dubov's game against Jose Martinez.
I don't know, Sagar. Yesterday, were they partying? Were they dancing? Were they preparing? I don't know. What do you think?
I think they were just chilling, Amrita. I don't think anyone was preparing for this this tournament specifically.
They always, mentally think of what openings they're going to play. But the knight has jumped to h4.
And he's putting pressure on g2. And Jose says, I'm no longer going to castle. He puts his king on f1.
ये तो sack आने वाला है कहीं ना कहीं से. This does look very cramped for white, like as you say, Sagar, in local train.
Yes, but Amruta, now you try to trade. Yes, knight f3. Now one piece goes. थोड़ा और जगह बन गया.
Bishop. That bishop is a bad bishop right now. If you can block on e5, is bishop e5 a good idea?
No, but you block here, and I will play bishop g4 and trade it.
Ooh.
So actually, White's position starting to look quite good here. Daniel Dubov is maybe very slightly better, but he goes b5, and suddenly Jose Martinez has a huge opportunity.
e5? Is it e5?
Exactly, e5 attacking the rook, and he misses it. They are not very sharp right now.
No, maybe he didn't want to play it.
Yeah, possible, but I think Amruta, e5 is just the kind of move you want to make.
Exactly.
Even the d4 pawn was hanging.
Like it's like a free ticket यार to GCL. देखना है कौन मिस करेगा ये?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Maybe he was in the party, Sagar.
So we have
C5.
c5, bishop e6. Maybe I have to.
And now the d4 pawn for black, which is doubled pawn, which is slightly can get under pressure. As of now, looks good, but once Sagar, the queen and the bishop attack the d4 pawn, I feel black can be a little shaky.
True. And now bishop to g4 played, Amruta, here. As of now, Jose Martinez has a nice position. He goes pawn to f3. Maybe this will end in a draw, I feel.
No. I had my doubts because there is whenever the position is closed, black or the other side will try to see which is the pawn break you can get.
True.
What is the rook doing on a6? Wait.
Oh, by the way, f3, a beautiful idea was to go queen f2
d4
and attack this pawn. Oh, white is, and he finds it.
Nice.
Jose Martinez attacks here, and remember, if you take here to defend this pawn, suddenly the rook takes, e5 is hanging, b5 under pressure. This is looking really good for white now.
But that's what maybe rook a6 he wanted to do. Takes and rook goes to support the d pawn there.
Takes. It has happened, Amruta. And
he took on g4, h4. The
yes.
h file is super open, and the white king.
He defends. He defends here with queen g7 and plays king e2. This is all looking quite nice and breaks. Daniel Dubov breaks in the center now. Daniel is like, it's time for me to get some action. I'll take on e4. If you take here, he takes with the f pawn, which is more logical.
But the g pawns are isolated now and doubled. So
True.
Was that logical, you think?
Also c6 is a bit weak, but now you can go rook to c5, putting pressure here perhaps.
Also you had to be careful because if you had moved this pawn, the disco idea.
Oh yes, if you would have taken d3 would have come, but now rook c5 and Amruta, some threats of rook takes bishop and bishop takes pawn. He takes on
Big
c6.
Threat.
And now
Couldn't he have done that before?
he could have taken here.
No, Sagar,
He
rook
could have.
c2 check is an intermezzo.
Oh, that's possible. True.
Maro. Guys, you can come to the fan zone over here at GCL. Actually see these players. You will get the chance to play with
Amruta,
them.
he blunders. He blunders big time. Daniel Dubov moved his queen back and misses this rook takes e5, sack. And now
d4.
queen d4. If the rook would have moved, it was a mate here, which is why he's now going to lose the rook. But is there a perpetual?
No, the king has a lot of, shelters there. बहुत सारे farm houses है सागर, वो उधर चला जाएगा.
Yeah, exactly. He goes king e1 first, and then later on will rush away here. Daniel goes king f7. So this is winning for Jose Martinez, Amruta. Let's quickly head over to the other game. Pranav V versus Pranav Anand. Very even. Both players down to their last few seconds. And Pranav goes and chops off the e-pawn. He's now winning. Pranav V is in trouble here. Black pieces are in big trouble. f4 played, the knight goes back, and the knight jumps from g4.
Playing very, very quick moves happening with 2 seconds on the clock. But h6, you be careful about the... he stops f5.
Yes, the f5 move would have attacked here. The queen comes and blocks. Now the a pawn starts to move ahead.
Can we not just simply attack the pawn? goes back, brings the knight in the center, the tripled pawns.
Wow, there was some huge back and forth here, but White's position does look superior, but the evaluation is changing with every move.
No, the bar is saying yesterday I could not party. Right now, this is my dance time.
And oh, that's a massive mistake here. Knight d4, Pranav finds it, and a king fork is coming in, a royal fork here, and he resigns there. Pranav Anand resigns. Pranav V wins. Let's go to the other game where we have Daniel Dubov completely lost.
This is over. I mean, he missed a big tactic, and first game normally it takes time sometimes to get into the groove. You do miss some sharp moments. But Jose Martinez, who played
and
an
he's
amazing...
playing until checkmate, I think, Amruta.
Would you like to play until the checkmate? I think it's
No,
a nice gesture.
I'm not sure. I mean,
it's always nice when the game ends in a checkmate, right? And also in the blitz section, whenever you have very, very less time, maybe one stalemate. I think that's what he could look at.
and look at this, Amruta. Jose is a little bit struggling to checkmate there, but he's bringing his king in.
He has a lot of time in life, over here on the board. So he's like, आराम से करते हैं. जल्दी क्या है? Let me chill a bit.
And Amruta, is Daniel going to get some kind of a perpetual here?
I mean, I like that he's playing, and he should play until, he has such little subtle opportunities. King goes to f5. Jose, who played a World Cup brilliantly in Goa just a few days back.
Both of these
Showing
players,
his
Amruta,
class.
played very well in the World Cup.
Absolutely. I mean, Daniel, we all know him. But, Jose, I think in Goa, he really established himself.
And finally, it's a checkmate coming in. He resigned here at this point after this check, Amruta, because Dubov loses. So does Pranav Anand. It's victory for Jose Martinez and Pranav V.
Wow, and Daniel resigned with a smile on his face. It was very nice. I think they, as you said, they were waiting to play chess and they are getting this opportunity. So it is very cool. Peter says battle for the title of best Pranav. Yeah, there are two Pranavs. How often it can happen, it's not a very common name and then they are the top players.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
I think there is generally a PRA board table at the breakfast where Pranav V, Pranav Anand and Pragnananda sit together. We are just missing Pranesh here, and then it would be like all PRAs of Indian chess who are really strong. I think we were discussing they can even make an Olympiad team for themselves.
Oh, that is such a hilarious thing. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Wow. So next round, who are we watching?
Yes, the next round will start very quickly. There are no breaks in between. It will be Daniel Dubov versus, then we have the standings. Jose and Pranav V are on 1 point and Daniel and Pranav Anand are on 0. So we have here Daniel Dubov taking on Pranav V and Jose Martinez versus Pranav Anand.
Cool. I think this is an important match because both have lost. Daniel and Pranav in the first game. They are waiting for this one victory right now.
Yes. So
Daniel with the white pieces. He went aggressive last game. I think for V Pranav, we could not follow the whole game there, but the triple pawns and a victory for white.
yeah.
Very interesting. Guys, how are you liking here? Are you planning to come to this Royal Opera House? It's a beautiful venue here. I'm telling you, it's maybe the easiest access to play Simons and all of that.
Oh, true. I think a lot of people have got an opportunity to play against Dubov, against Pranav V, Pranav Anand, Mai Darwa. And I think this is something which is very rare.
Absolutely. And they have this amazing big projector. There is commentary we are listening over there. The atmosphere is just full of chess. There we go.
Okay, the game starts. Knight to f3, knight f6, g3 played, and Pranav goes d5.
It's the favorite Catalan, Sagar.
Yeah, it's the Reti system, Amruta, and yeah, it could convert into Dubov's Catalan. He plays d3. No, he plays d4.
Maybe he just played it very slowly, so that's why the transmission over there.
d4, c4, and Amruta now knight comes to c3. This is something that Dubov likes to play, sacrificing the c4 pawn often. Here, bishop comes to f4.
But there is a draw, right? Knight h5, bishop d2, knight f6, bishop f4. But here the players are in no mood for
I think
that.
they're going to fight here. b6 is on the board. Queen comes up to d3.
Oh, but bishop e6. Wait a second. Is there not a pin there?
Yeah, this is possible, Amruta. But he put his bishop here. If he now moves it, I can always defend it with b3. So bishop b7 on the board.
And what's happening in the other Pranav?
Yeah, let's look at the other game as well to just see the opening here. It is
Karokan, is it?
not a Karokan, Amruta. It was b3 again. Jose playing his same line here.
Did Jose see Adiban's chessable course?
It could very well be. And here is a nice pawn sacrifice, because if you take and take here, then you are losing eventually the pawn on g7. So it's not even a pawn sacrifice. He goes back, and now
White is
Pranav
getting
Anand.
space, a lot of space. जो मुंबई में apartments में कभी नहीं रहता है.
Pranav Anand is in trouble here, and it could very well be that he might lose this one. But he's fought back. He's trading now the pieces. He's trading the bishops on f8. And, well, it's a playable position for black.
Absolutely. The only thing as I am talking about is the space, Sagar. And when you have more space, you have to maneuver very well. And that's the time you have for your knights.
Right. And let's go to the previous game of Dubov and Pranav V. And we have had some action here, Amruta. If you see here, he went bd2, a mistake. He should have played e4. But he went bd2, knight b4, and now he chops off the pawn, knight e4, another error, and Dubov is not in his element. He is losing once again here. He is 2 pawns down now.
And those pawns, I don't think it was even a blunder. I think it was just a sacrifice there. He wanted to do something, maybe knight g5 it is. I don't know what was missed there, but a very, very huge miss by Dubov.
I agree. And Amruta, he's trying to somehow trap the bishop here with e4, but Pranav says there's no trap. He goes a5.
Yeah, too many pawns there. I mean, in future you could even give a piece, yeah, instead of the pawn, but okay. h4. Now he knows, I think now definitely he knows he is in a completely worse position there. Pura gone hai. But you have to fight. And we saw him fighting till the last move.
Yeah, he's going to fight here, Dubov. And this is what Blitz is all about. It's all about trickery. If you can find tricks in the position, you can get your chances.
Let's go. And Peter says the venue does look great. If I ever travel to India, I would love to see chess there. Let's go. Yeah, we are very, very lucky that it's happening in Amchi, Mumbai.
It's a beautiful venue. And also right now, these players who are playing, they are part of something very, very beautiful here. Bishop to c4. Yeah, he plays bishop c4.
Now we go e4, at least get the center, or maybe e4 ke baad, Sagar, your queen on b4, b1 blocks the pawn, bishop on g2 is blocked. So he goes rook e1 and defends, but yeah, there doesn't look any compensation here. Absolutely nothing. I mean, it would be a complete miracle if Dubov even manages to hold this game.
No, I think Amruta, that's not going to happen. It's f5. He is pushing forward. Everything is looking great for Pranav V.
And we never expected that Dubov could be the one who will start without a point in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Man.
But Amruta, maybe it's a bit too early to write him off here. There are ideas with e4 when the e6 pawn could get weakened. The knight could jump in. There are still some possibilities.
There's only one idea, Sagar. One idea. That's the hourglass. Only there with time, if at all.
Oh,
Dubov
yes.
can trick
Dubov,
Pranav.
Amruta, Dubov has 90 more seconds on the clock, 1.5 extra minutes.
Exactly.
So he has definite possibilities here. In Blitz, time plays a very crucial role.
Ooh, let's shift to Pranav Anand versus Jose's game and see what's happening there. They're playing very, very close structures. In fact, Jose, you see, even the earlier game, he chose the close structure.
Yes, Amruta. So here, while the position was okay, I think Pranav Anand missed the moment and allowed c5. And now came the move g4.
Whoa.
And he's going all out now for the attack here. And Pranav's queen is misplaced, so Jose can start attacking on the king side.
That's a beautiful catch actually. The queen on b4 just cannot come for the defense, whereas the rook on c3 at the right time is going to shift to the king side.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, rook f8, and now everything's traded here, and white has a winning advantage. He plays the move king g2 very calmly, which is fine, but there was queen f6, king g8 and h5 with a crushing attack. But he went king here, c5.
Yeah, that's where he's trying to open the flank here, Pranav Anand, but it's too late.
Yeah, takes Samruta. But again,
Ooh, the knight doesn't belong to d4, it seems, Sagar. This is... What went wrong?
No, I think Jose needed to start playing on the king side here. Instead, he's playing in the center, which means that black has some chances now, which can start with rook takes rook, rook takes rook, queen b4, already putting pressure here, and on the knight.
Yeah, and this time the queen can always come back if it wants to defend on the king side, because the position on the queen side has opened up.
Exactly. Queen can come from b4 to e7 and would be very, very well placed. So this is looking very, very good for Jose, but still Pranav Anand is hanging in there. He's fighting. Meanwhile, let's quickly see if Daniel Dubov got any chances. Amruta, it's back to equality. Daniel Dubov is back.
I am completely shocked.
Yeah.
As I said, it would be even a miracle. How does this guy do that?
It's Daniel Dubov, Amruta. He is known for creating counterplay or some stuff from nothing. He goes queen here.
And he has 1 minute on the clock. Pranav has only 2 seconds.
Oh, Pranav can lose on time, Amruta, if he's not careful. He must play it carefully, quickly. He plays pawn to b4 now with 5 seconds. Daniel has 53 seconds on the clock.
He should not have allowed the pawn push from black side. But now can you just simply capture the c6 pawn? Or is that a deadly pin, Sagar, with queen b7? Rook takes c6. If you can show the arrow,
that's beautiful,
there's queen
Amruta.
b7 there.
Pinning here, but
queen
maybe
e4,
queen e4,
rook c.
maybe b3. Yeah, that's
Push
really...
karo, khush raho.
In
That's
fact,
all.
the move here, Amruta, queen b6 saves the day. But okay, let's see if that happened. Oh, that didn't. Queen rook c6 happened. He went queen d7, not queen b7.
But now rook b6, you know?
And he went for that queen to c5 played.
Okay. I thought he'll go rook b6. But this is 9 seconds for Daniel. So he has used all his time advantage in general.
Yeah.
And now queen f3 check.
And now, Amruta, anything can go wrong. Pranav is very tricky. He's now winning. He's winning here. Because now he has an extra pawn and he is also putting pressure here.
Oh, he doesn't have an extra pawn. Sagar.
I mean, the b pawn is kind of extra. And now this is a big threat. Rook a1 and rook h1 mate.
Oh, checkmate 2 and white does not have anything.
He resigns there. A big win here for Pranav V. Daniel resigns. Let's quickly go to Jose Martinez. It's his game against Pranav Anand. He is an exchange down here, Pranav Anand. Jose is going to win Amruta, which will really throw open the tournament, because then Jose is on 2. Pranav Anand is on 0. Pranav V and Daniel Dubov are on 1 points each.
How Daniel Dubov right now lost?
Oh, Daniel lost. So Pranav V and Jose will be both players on 2 out of 2.
Exactly, and the game's done. Their resignation from Pranav Anand.
So 2 out of 2 here, and he's talking there. You should have played. So clearly, this tournament is seeming to be a two-way horse race, where you have Jose Martinez with a win over Pranav Anand and Daniel Dubo with a loss against Pranav V. The scorecard maybe needs a bit of updating. I think the final, yes, there we have the updated scorecard. Pranav and Jose Martinez are leading. Daniel Dubo and Pranav Anand on 0 points.
Oh my god, that's a big task. I mean, of course, Daniel had got this game almost, in spite of being in so much in trouble. That does show his caliber.
Yeah, absolutely, Amruta. But now we have the big clash between Jose Martinez and Pranav V. The two leaders will clash each other to see who moves ahead. I think the players will not waste any time in setting themselves up. And
not at all. I think it's gonna end in a draw.
No, I
this
don't
time format. So that's cool. There you go. No break. Like just a minute or 2 minute break. They're back on the board, adjusting the pieces. Daniel doesn't seem very happy, but he must fight back. But he looks very, he doesn't look devastated.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, here there's no point in being devastated. At the same time, Amruta, they have to play 4 more games. So I think if they are able to score some wins.
Yes, 4 out of 4 and you still are fine. By the way, what openings do you recommend for white? I think what Jose is playing here, B3 is working for him beautifully.
Yeah, okay, Amruta, let's first go to the other game. We'll start with Pranav V versus Jose Martinez. We have a Sicilian here, while E4, E5. This is the battle between the two leaders of the tournament. Knight to C6, and look at Amruta Jose, how he presses the clock.
Exactly, I was going to point that out. It's very, I don't think anyone will be existing who will do this.
Yeah, he likes to.
He inspires some youngsters, yeah.
True. And Knight to A5. This line has started to become quite interesting and popular. I don't know if Pranav remembers this prep. You can't win this pawn just yet because after Knight B3, A3, Queen E7 or Queen G5, you get back your pawn.
Yeah, the E4 and G2, they are called as LPDO. Loose pieces drop off. So it's not working. It's interesting that you can give up that beautiful light square bishop of white on B3. And it does look comfortable for black.
Oh, by the way, Amruta, now if you play the move C5, trying to win material here by going C4 next, I have a very nice intermediate move, Bishop D5, and then moving the knight. So that is not happening after Knight D4. Jose plays Bishop B7.
Black's king is in the center. No pieces have been developed for short castling. They're all not even worried about the center opening up and a deadly attack coming on the king.
I agree, Amruta. I think he's just trying to win this bishop and then finish his development, and he would have a pretty decent position.
But that's 3 more moves, Sagar, and in that 3 moves, can anything like chaotic happen on the board?
He goes knight to F5. And now knight is jumping here. He's attacking.
Knight F5. I really like practically white's position. Until black's king is in the center, Sagar, I'm going to be liking white's position here. Maar diya, and the A file is open and rook on A1. Ghar pe baithe doing some amazing work there.
And he plays what G6 played, attacking the knight. And suddenly, Amruta, this looks better for black. Actually, Knight F5, instead of that, maybe a move like Rook E1 made a lot of sense.
True, but he did not want a black bishop to develop, and that's what you do, stopping your opponent's ideas. Somehow, in this case, G6 should be weakening. But I don't know, I would never assess this better for black.
Yeah, now, Amruta, the knight is coming in. The castles can happen. Rook can come to E8. Black is doing really well here with the bishop pair. Let's quickly check what's happening with Pranav Anand and Daniel Dubov here.
Ooh, they had a Sicilian. That's cool.
I think Amruta, they played the dragon even with H5. Yeah.
I think Fabi had played in the initial rounds dragon
against Caruana.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, against
Ali
Reza.
Against Caruana.
Ali Reza.
Yeah, but it's like a very calm dragon because they both have short castled on the same side, which usually is not the case.
Yeah, and Amruta, now black is better, has to be slightly careful. Let's say if you play a5, b3 would trap the rook. So maybe be a little careful here. He goes e5, the best move. And now you're going to lose material.
He goes back and takes the break, but that d6 pawn, which is on that open file and extremely weak, is at some point gonna maybe fall off. Oh, I like that idea. Bishop on that diagonal, pinning the knight and the rook indirectly.
Yeah, if you take here, then rook c2 and that's game over already. E2 is hanging. So he goes rook e1 and I think Daniel is better. Let's go to the other board. Pranav versus Jose Martinez. Amruta, king h7 played here by Jose.
King h7. Do you want to start with the ideas of f4, f5?
I would love to. He goes f3, Pranav. He's saying that I have this in my hand. Let me first make this center strong.
But I'm not sure. It could be very slow because exactly the moment I was going to ask d5.
D5 happened. That's right. That was very well called, Amruta. Rook a e1 played here by Pranav. He's so tricky. Rook a d1 because he's like, if I take and later you try to win this, your f7 pawn will be hanging.
That's why the king h7 move was not a very good move for black back then. Queen goes to f2.
Attacking the queen here on d8.
Disco, jo kal tha, disco knight. Queen on d8. Okay, it will move to e7. There's, the most natural square for the queen there. And then you take on e4, Sagar.
So queen e7 goes with the bishop there. Queen e6 is also on the board. And knight takes pawn. He takes the knight.
You know what? Be careful about queen h4 ideas. And a lot is happening there at knight g5.
This is hanging.
Yes. But wait a second. Isolated pawn there for white. And double bishop for black. How do you like this position?
Actually, Amrita, the thing is, this pawn is very difficult to defend. You can't go here, you can't go here. And you can't play f5 easily. f6 would be too much. It really blocks the bishop. And so already, in some ways, you have counterplay. He goes back, king g8.
Yeah, so that king h7 did not make much sense. I think I would long term prefer this position for black because of the amazing double bishops. Okay, like, can we switch to Daniel's game and see what's happening there as well?
Sure. So Pranav Anand versus Daniel Dubov, he did take here b takes c3.
And the whole b file is open like the beautiful promenade here near the Nariman points again.
Yes, absolutely. The rooks are going to go for a stroll here, Amruta. They're going to enter in and the white position does look a complete wreck.
Absolutely. The knights are not doing much and black is doing perfect. I think Daniel has got a very good advantage and also has good time here. So this one he is not going to let go for sure.
It doesn't feel likely that he will let this go. Knight jumps into f6.
Let's go full screen on the players right now and show both the boards there.
Yeah, there we have. Rook goes to b1.
That's the main aim of the rooks, to enter the 7th and the 8th ranks, and that's what Daniel has managed to do already with that one single open file.
And Amruta, Daniel Dubov may be looking at his first win here. Pranav V is playing fast. He's trying and he's hoping that something can give him some counterplay on the king side. But it's not so easy. Let's quickly check what's happening between the leaders, Pranav V and Jose Martinez. Oh, the game could end in a draw. Pranav V is a pawn up.
Wow, we were just talking that a draw is not going to be a result at all.
Yeah.
But actually, it's happening, Sagar.
It's happening and c3 played. I think Pranav has some real chances to beat Jose Martinez.
Ooh, this is what happens though, like sometimes when you are playing in the best form, both the players meet each other, draw is likely result. So,
and by the way, there he comes back on the defensive. And now b3 with the idea of c4.
So the whole thing is, even if white is able to convert that one passer on the queen side, black has good enough pawn structure over there to be able to hold this position. And for rook ending, Sagar, what's your main advice to people?
Keep your rook active, and a draw has been agreed by the players. Very interesting game, well played by both of them. Let's go to the other game which is still going on. And look at this, queen, queen, queen. They're taking queens. Oh, it was like a. Look
we
at
have
this,
any
Amrita.
queen controversy or no,
Take,
Sagar?
take, pawn push, take,
Wow.
take, and piece up position for.
बहुत मारामारी होने के बाद black is material up, and queen and knight is always considered the most dangerous combination for the opponent's king because they work together beautifully.
Knight g3.
फटाफट checkmate हो जाता है, as you can see over here.
Checkmate coming in, queen f1 and queen g1 coming in, which means that Pranav goes to his third loss. Daniel gets the first point on the board. Meanwhile, 2.5 points. There's a draw against of Jose Martinez and Pranav.
Ooh, and who do you like? What do you think the champion will be having? How many points?
I think 5 points for the
Really?
champion.
So for Dubov, title looks very, very difficult.
Yeah, looks
But-
tough.
Okay, let's
But
see.
he can come second. And by the way, guys, this is the next round that will happen very shortly. I think maybe we can check with if Rakesh Bhai is here. He was going to join us midway through this. And if he's around, we will get him on board. And Jose is leading the event with Pranav V 2.5 points, Dubo at 1 and Pranav Anand on 0.
Oof, mazedar. What I like is they all are playing with a very nice smile on their face. It's a thoda alag tournament, hai na? Even for chess players, they're always playing these absolute stressful tournaments. And such tournaments, they are tournaments. They're more than just a practice game. And it's a great practice also, but you're also somewhere, some chilling, and it's okay, whatever happens. There's no rating which is impacted and that way, hai na?
Absolutely. I mean, in general, anywhere that you are playing such games, people are watching, it's being streamed live, is already something to that
Yeah.
chess players look forward to. And here, I think Pranav and Jose are showing their best chess. Daniel is climbing up the ladder slowly.
I don't know if these guys, whether they were able to learn some chess boxing also over here, because we do have every day, guys. If you want to learn chess boxing, also come here. Did I hear it correctly? Like in 1 minute, you did 78 punches or something?
30 seconds, yes.
30 seconds, 78. Wow, Sagar, that was good.
There was a punching bag there and I was punching it.
Mm-hmm.
And
But you've never practiced that before. So how were you able to do that?
I think I was punching it wrong. The instructor, that is Sneha, was very kind to not tell me that.
Got it. Okay. So then these four players, if they agree for chess boxing between each other, I was wondering.
It's a good idea.
No, it's I think for chess players, they would be scared to be getting hit on the face because it's new, right? You still have the fears.
Yeah, agreed.
That's what Sneha mentioned to me, that there's a little bit of, everybody's scared to not hurt their face.
Right.
And then I asked her, like, are you not scared actually when you get hit on the face? She was like, no, we have for teeth, they have this thing which they put not to get hurt, but rest of the things they do get hurt and they're just okay with it. It is.
Yeah, I think that's the way in which you can become good at anything if you drop your fears. And by the way, more light is being put up on the boards so that people can
Maybe
follow.
the players, I think. Yeah, because it's a bit dark over there. Why the Khan? I don't know what the question is, but why the Khan over other Sicilian is your question?
I think Khan has many advantages, right?
Yeah, one of the things is it's not easy for white to long castle. The other thing is Khan is a thing you develop a lot of intuition based and lesser theory based. So yeah, some of the things. But how many of you have already come over here in this venue or plan to come today? Today is Sunday, guys.
Yes.
There will be no traffic. So फटाफट से metro, local train, bus, जो भी लेना है लेके आ जाओ.
Yeah, absolutely, Amrita. That would be so nice today.
Yeah.
We will have some great clashes as well. We'll have Vishy, Gukesh, Prag, everyone playing here.
Absolutely. Yesterday's last round was Gukesh versus Vishy
Yes.
Icon board, and the theater was full.
Absolutely, it was maybe one of the most amazing clashes that I've seen in recent times, with so many moments of great struggle. And that game, that video is on our channel right now. You can check it out.
Yeah, that game had everything, right, Sagar? As you mentioned, every single theme is covered. It would be a great game to just sit with your chess set and every single move trying to guess, calculate. Yeah, a big training session there for you, a self-training session.
Right. And by the way, Amrita, how are you enjoying your time here in the Global Chess League?
Oh, it's amazing, Sagar. Like, I think the fan zone which they have managed to create over here is the most beautiful fan zone I have ever seen. And so many players are playing chess. Like, there are chess boards everywhere. Everybody is playing chess. Everybody is solving chess. We also have a winter camp going on. So people are coming, taking the sheets, learning, watching commentary on the side. It's a lovely scene there.
Amazing.
Yeah. Also chess boxing, and also all kinds of people, people who love chess, who actually have rating like 1900 and 2000 online and so on. And also a lot of young kids who don't know chess, and also a lot of like either the parents or the wives who are also supporting their loved ones who love chess, which is very cool.
Wow, that's so nice, guys. Please do think about coming to the fan zone here. And there we see the Pranavs are back on the board. They're going to face against each other. Pranav Anand would definitely want to go back with one win today. It's not going to be easy, as Pranav V is a very powerful blitz player.
Oh, absolutely. His rise to the top has been very exciting.
Yeah, right now I think he's one of the most talented boys that to watch out for here. And look at Pranav Anand. He's so focused. Can we look at the other board here between Daniel Dubov and Jose Martinez? That one.
Yeah, that one is an important one because Daniel will need to make a comeback. He did lose his first round with Jose, and now with the white pieces, can he do that? Jose sitting very calm over there. And Daniel not on the board. I think it was the first time. They did not have back-to-back games here. So you get a moment to kind of just relax and ask yourself, what am I doing?
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, you can see that Jose just sipping on a bit of tea.
How do you know it's a tea or coffee?
Tea or
black
coffee,
tea or
something.
green tea? But it could also be a chocolate, melted joint chocolate with the tea. That's what I saw many people having here. Yes, you should go for Khan. Whoever wants to play it, it's a great opening. You can check out our video also about it. Guys, this time, let's try to guess every single move. I mean, it's gonna be very quick, but to the chat, think when they start playing chess, whichever position you see, think of a move very quickly for yourself. You may or may not be able to type. Try to type though, but if not, yes. I'll be playing the Athens tournament in dilemma between Karukan and Naidov. Karukan is Sagar expert. Sagar, he says he's heard that you can't play for a win. I don't know, but wait a second. There you go. E4. Is Jose going to play Karukan? Or Sicilian or E5? Simple E5 there. Knight F3 and Knight C6, Bishop C4. They have the simple development Gaipo piano.
Yeah.
As it's pronounced differently though.
Knight goes to c3, knight to f6, and castles.
So knight c3, a new popular thing. They are developing both the knights very early stage there. Knight develops short castles, and white is essentially saying, I want to get a dark square bishop there. Which is
And
an
now-
important one.
Yeah, you will get two bishops, Amruta, here as white. And then you can press a bit. You can see Daniel there. He will enjoy himself in such positions.
Yeah, I think he is going to find a way to create some aggressive chances. Maybe f4 break in the future, I would even guess. d4, lot of ideas.
True.
Let's just also quickly have a look at Pranav's game. They have had Sicilian over there. Shall we take it from the beginning?
Yeah, sure. So here we had Sicilian and we had the bishop d5 check line,
Rosolimov, Moscow.
Moscow variation. Take. And this is the live board position that we have right now.
Wow, and white does look very, very pleasant over here with the pawn on e5 especially, which creates this whole...
Knight could jump in, but also Amruta, don't forget the check here. If you take, I take, and it could be very, very dangerous if that happens.
Oh yeah, that
He
would
plays-
be crushing. If that happens, then that's over for black.
But he plays rook a d1.
I mean, at the right time, of course. But rook a1 not the best idea. It gives black time to exchange the rooks on the d file, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rook f d8, and if I jump in with my knight here, knight c8, and black is fine.
Absolutely. So they are having an exciting game, and for Pranav Anand, he is looking for his first point, you know.
And he
wants
might
to
get
win.
it, Amruta. He might get it here. His position already looks quite promising.
Knight c8 is a good move. You want to get rid of your opponent's best piece on the board.
And so right now he goes back. He goes back to e4, going back to the game of Jose versus Daniel Dubov. Oh, I have a feeling, Amruta, that Dubov is going to win this somehow.
And why do you say so? Because right now the position looks completely okayish.
Yeah, Amruta, the thing is that now is a4, d4, all the breaks are with white.
So the choice is with white when to take the break, which break to take, and also two double pawns, the B pawns and the E pawns for Jose. The structure is very, very, what to say, different. Yeah, they all want to be together, but they will get weak at some point.
And right now he's thinking here after queen f7, because Amruta, look at this. If you take here, I can go rook takes. And, oh, I thought there's no bishop here. Sorry. So the rook cannot take taken.
It's a pin, Sagar. It's a pin there. And Daniel obviously has to be careful. You know, Daniel, one thing we know about him, after he started with 2 losses, he is now not going to lose a single game, is my prediction.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. An important game here. Jose Martinez has his play on the king side.
Everything is about the pawn structure. You are absolutely right here. These subtle decisions there, how do we make sure not to make that error of a wrong pawn break?
For now, Amruta, the threat is to take perhaps and take the pawn on e5. That could be interesting.
But be careful about the f2 guy. Maybe he's gonna put his rook on a2, Sagar, and defend the f2 pawn, and then go for your idea.
Yeah, this should be a very good way to continue. And we have bishop d2. The tension is being maintained by both sides.
And you know what? At some point, white is going to push his pawn to a6 at the right time, open his a-file rook, and that rook is going to jump to the 7th rank. No, nothing of that sort is happening. He simply goes rook d1.
Rook d1, queen c7. And now, how is white going to take advantage? I think bishop e3, bishop c5 maneuver is a very good one.
Yeah, that's one
Yes.
bishop with white, and it is a good one because it's out of the pawn chain, doing a good job there. Defending f2 as well now.
With a rook f7, he's doubling down the f file. He wants to put pressure here. Knight h2.
अरे लेकिन बिशप c5 के बाद कहाँ रहेगा वो f8 पे?
I agree.
He has to get out.
White's position starting to get seriously better here. Daniel Dubov might be able to beat Jose Martinez here.
Maybe the champion will not be 5 out of 6, Sagar. Maybe he will be 4 out of 6. You
Could
never
be.
know.
Could be.
Knight g4, exchanging one more piece over here. They say in close positions, knights are better, but you know, this position is something where anytime it's gonna open up and then the bishop is gonna prove that I am stronger than you, Mr. Knight.
So some trades have happened. As we go quickly and check what's happening in the game of Pranav's here. Amruta, this does feel like a very nice position for black now, because there's no attack here and the knight is entering, the bishop is putting pressure, the rook is putting pressure.
Ooh, so Pranav Anand doing well, you know, and he has made sure that there is going to be no sacrifice on g7, h6, those points over there.
Right.
Okay, so that means, Sagar, Pranav Anand striking back, beating Pranav, still,
Yes.
as of now, and Daniel Dubois also beating Jose. So both the leaders are in trouble.
Yeah, by the way, look at this. Knight c2, he's attacking the bishop here, and Pranav down to last few seconds.
Oh, blunders with Bishop g1. Is something related with Rook f3, Knight d1, or I don't know.
But just
Queen
take
d3?
on d2, Amruta.
Knight d2, Queen d2, f3 is attacked. You have 2 pieces for a rook. That too without any compensation.
No, this is gone.
Whoa.
This is gone.
And even Knight e1 is coming. g2. g2 is also weak. So V Pranav is losing this. This one I don't think Pranav Anand can mess it up. And look at his time. 1 minute 20 seconds.
Yeah,
Huge.
he has a lot of time as compared to what Pranav V has. The only thing is, can he keep controls on his nerves?
Ooh, so then we have to shift.
Oh, he won it. Pranav Anand won. Pranav V lost on time.
Ooh, that's his first victory for Pranav Anand. He is now 1 out of 4.
1 out of 4, but a big blow to the chances of Pranav V as he lost this. He's on now 2.5 points out of 4.
Yeah, and here with the 2 coffee mugs over there, with a very fast format game, I think maza aa raha hai. Look at those pawns there.
He takes on c5 now. He was a bit confused on how to continue, but now he's got it. Bishop takes, and he somehow pushed his pawn to f3.
But do you go into a major piece endgame exchange? Yeah, everything is exchanged. Knight takes c5, queen takes c5, and white's king looks weaker if only the black rook gets the 7th rank entry.
Yeah, by the way, right now, Jose is, munching up the pawns that are weak. So queen f5, rook b1.
And black has this all isolated pawn. So shouldn't it be slight edge for white somewhere?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Amruta, this should be pressure, but at the same time, now the player's starting to move very rapidly. Queen d5.
And he's collected all the pawns, like how Mario collects coins.
Yeah, this is really good, Amruta. But the problem is that I take here and then I give a check, and then you might lose the rook. So he goes rook d1.
Oh, one. On what time?
Dubo
What's the
one
time?
on. No, actually blundered here with rook d1, king h7, and queen f7.
Oh, arre rook.
He just blundered the rook.
Oh my god, but that is, unbelievable. Crazy.
Right, and we have now the leader in the tournament. Actually, both of them have lost. Pranav V lost, Jose Martinez lost. So the tournament is wide open with Daniel Dubois 1-2, Pranav Anand on 1 with 2 rounds to go to bring you all the action in high energy. We have the one and only Rakesh Kulkarni. Wow, so hi Amruta.
हेलो राकेश भाई, कैसे हो आप?
मस्त मजा आ रहा है एंड वी सी आई थिंक both, like you were mentioning, both leaders lost, and now कुछ भी हो सकता है. Like even tailenders का comeback हो गया है.
Exactly. And just a moment there, the games are about to begin. We can go full screen for a moment and just see the intensity over here.
Yeah, and we see Dubo with his. He was having some coffee. He said it's too early for him, and really nice to see the players playing. And not much at stake, but the players are like, हमारा World Rapid Blitz का practice हो रहा है.
I know, Doha. We're gonna go there and let's have a full screen for the players. Daniel Dubo versus we have who? Pranav.
So here we see Pranav, Anand, and Jose Martinez, both players locked in, and we will have lift off very soon. But it's nice to see Jose, who's very serious for these tournaments. He wanted to play some chess in Mumbai, and he has lots of fans in Mexico. And Amrita, did you know he wanted it at 12 a.m. ताकि ना उसके fans देख सके at
really?
In Mexico.
So what is the time right now in Mexico? I'm not sure exactly.
12-hour difference. So he said, don't keep it too late, otherwise my fans or my friends won't be able to see it. But it's always nice.
Crazy guys, if anyone is in the chat supporting Jose over here, please drop a hi. We would love to have you and your thoughts on the game as well.
Yeah, like super excited. This is like a very nice warm up before the actual games begin. So
yeah, and they have been playing a lot of chess though in Simul and all of that. I realized that you do one Simul, it's fine, but you are like once Daniel says, okay, I'm playing like almost 25 players he played, and he also kept equal time, and he finished it like in half an hour. I was like, man, he's becoming a Simul expert. There you go. The games have begun.
Yeah.
We can just go to the act. Okay, it's now updating.
Yeah, we have liftoff Rosolimo on by Buddy Pranav here, and we see. Okay, we might.
Bishop B5, knight
the moves are
B7.
coming in.
They're playing very fast. Daniel is always having a time advantage against his opponent.
Yeah, he plays like super fast. But also, you were speaking about Simuls and everything, Amrita. Can you tell us more and can you tell chat about the winter chess camp that Chess
Yes,
is
I did mention about it. Guys, you have to come over here. You will get a chance to play against all these players if you are on time and if you register. You will get to see our players. यहाँ पे जो माहौल है ना, everyone walking in and everyone shouting wishy, Gukesh, मजा आता है यार. Please miss मत करना. This is a rare opportunity to be here.
Very true, and it's like a whole chess festival. You see players, you can see the games, you can play yourself. काफी chess boards भी है if you want to play like a practice game.
अपन खेलेंगे ना बाद में. Definitely, I see Rakesh always shooting some nice things over there. But right now, the game, what do you think, Rakesh? Who do you prefer over here?
I think I like white. Knight c3, knight d5, and it looks, this outpost is so nice. Oops.
And do you want to take that knight first and then jump to d5?
And also ideally want to recapture with a piece. Once black recaptures, but I think Buddy should be the favorite in this position.
That's actually a very good point that you want to recapture with the rook. So rook a d1 was played, and one open file, they're going to bring all their rooks over there.
Yeah, I like, just doubling as well, putting the knight on d5. White playing for, 2 results. Haarne ka chance bahut kam.
Absolutely here. And the pawn structure is also very symmetrical in the sense you do not have a pawn majority on any side. So the pawn breaks will matter over here.
And as we see, Dubo having some coffee. He said it's too early for him, but he's also happy, because, World Rapid Blitz, I think you and Sagar Bhai are going. It starts in 5 days. So, बहुत अच्छा warm up है for the players.
Yeah, and Dubo has earlier been a champion for World Rapid or
World Rapid?
I think World Rapid, yeah. So, this is a good warm up. Let's quickly shift and check the other game as well. Pranav versus Jose. Oh, what's opening? What's the opening?
Whoa.
Can we just have the starting moves over there also? Here we go.
Yeah. So, Roy Lopez, Spanish opening in this one. And I think white in both games, Amrita.
Really?
Whom do
Two
you-
minor pieces are exchanged and black has a double bishop. So why would you say you like white over here, Rakesh?
So I have like more space. Rook is on the 7th rank. More easier play. Like especially in blitz, you want those typical easier moves or hand moves to come. And even on the clock, we see like 25 seconds ka difference. So
That's
would
a
love
good
to
point.
be white.
Matlab, यहाँ पे the flow for white is so much easier and black is the one has to find perfect moves there. B4 is weak.
Yeah.
Rook is shifting. Just one thing I don't like about white's position is that knight on B3 as of now.
Yeah, as they say, kone mein ghoda kaam kare thoda. That is a big problem, Amrita. I really think that white would love to keep his knight, somewhere F4, F3 पे
उधर
कहीं
लेके
तो.
जाओ यार हेलीकॉप्टर से कैसे करके.
Oh, okay, he's planning यहाँ पे आने को. Knight C6 is in the air. So I think Jose might lose his second game in a row here.
Ooh, you think so? Oh, it's possible.
Yeah,
and
1
Pranav-
minute time difference almost.
Yeah, and Pranav got his momentum last one when he won the game. Okay, so this one is looking right now imbalanced, but a slight edge to Pranav Anand because of time and the position.
Yeah, and just before we shift, one thing, agar chat notice kare, just see how Jose pressed the clock. I don't know.
Yes, we
with the
spoke
bull,
about it.
gun.
बहुत weird है ना?
बहुत weird है, कोई नहीं करता.
I know. I want to try that though, but I think I will fail miserably and lose a few seconds there.
And let's also switch maybe to the other game and see how Pranav V is playing. We left it around here, knight d5 aa gaya, and then it looks one-way traffic. White ही push कर रहा है.
Exactly. At some point, no, but actually F4 break I don't want because it will help your pieces, black's pieces.
Yeah.
So for white, how does he
feel
improve his position?
It's a big
further?
problem. And look at the time. 90 seconds ka advantage for Dubov. Pranav plays F4.
Oh, but I didn't like it, but it seems it was
No,
fine. Practically, I thought it helps black, yeah? Can you take on F4?
Sure. I think you can easily take back, but black is kind of freeing up. That's why I agree with you.
Yeah.
F4 nahi khelna tha Pranav ko, but with 24 seconds, it's kind of helping Dubov at this moment.
And Dubo is thinking, should I exchange or should I keep it even more tension on the board because I have a lot more time? सोच रहा है वो. He is doing this very smartly. At a very critical position, he spends time. बाकी टाइम फटाफट कॉफी का मग है साथ में पीते पीते खेल रहा है वो like just a practice game, no?
And it is like a very nice exhibition match of the ambassadors here at GCL, but all these players are taking it seriously. They were so excited क्योंकि simultaneously खेल रहे थे. Finally they get to play like a real tournament game, and it is super important. Like we said, 5 days before the World Rapid Blitz, it's going to help all of them.
Ooh, and knight d4 was played with a long thought, but the knight in the center, he keeps the attention.
Yeah,
Rakesh.
I'm scared for around 10 seconds. He takes on e5.
Oh, then it's good, no? If you take, bishop takes e5. In time pressure, sometimes you want to exchange the piece, and that's what Daniel did with the move knight d4.
Yeah, and we see bishop takes, bishop f4 back, 12 seconds for Buddy Pranav, and it's looking very bad. Just, yeah, we see the moves. Yeah, finally the board has updated. Bar B, I think Amrita is favoring black at this moment.
अगर बार तो पोजीशन पे फेवर कर रहा है, टाइम पे तो बोलो कितना ही फेवर करेगा, which means that Daniel is right now crushing it, and maybe who knows, he could even become the first.
Yeah, he can easily make a comeback. World Rapid Champion. Also, I think World Blitz maybe he has a couple of medals. So faster formats में चारों ही player are like very very experts in this. And 30 seconds for Daniel, 10 seconds for
Maybe
Pranav.
the board is not updating, yeah, because
Yeah,
they are
board is
having
a
the
little
quick moves.
slow.
Can we just हाँ बीच बीच में वो stuck हो जाता है.
Correct.
But we are back here. Knight f3 has been played. And 25 seconds for Daniel. He is using his time now.
And
Let's quickly go to Jose's game in the meantime.
We saw reaction by Pranav. Queen d5, brilliant move. You can't take because there was a checkmate. And it looks like both games, both Pranavs having like seconds on their clock.
No, I think their game was over.
Yeah,
They
if you can
finished
go
their
to
game.
Jose's game quickly. Oh yeah, they were analyzing. They are analyzing. Its game is over.
Exactly.
Jose has won yet again.
Daniel is trying his best, but now he has.
Ooh, Buddy, let's go. Buddy making comeback.
Does he get any disco with the e-pawn pushing? Because right now the bishop is a big blocker.
Yeah, this is super serious. Both players having 5 seconds on the clock. Buddy pushes pawn to a4.
B4 आने वाला है. Maybe we just go over here. यहाँ पे जाके देखो एक बार.
Yeah, yes. Now it's updating finally. Ooh, I think all 3 results possible. Dubov with 5 seconds. Buddy with 3 seconds. Buddy play. Play! Oh,
but you know what? Dubov actually had this passer. Right now he's a 1 pawn up and the king is slightly exposed. But that is enough for Dubov. He is going to put a lot of pressure.
For sure. I think he wants to win. He got the taste of victory in the last round and he definitely is playing seriously here. Rook c1, king h1. Oh, Dubov has brought his king out. Wow.
Yes, I think he's going to bring his king to h6 and then start pushing the f pawn over there. f4, f3 break aane ke baad, you try to win the b4 pawn.
That's a great idea. He pushes h5, pawn has come to h4 as we see on the live cameras here. I think Dubov, the only player who's pushing.
Check. ठीक है, g5 खेलो. No, Dubov is like, no, let me keep it safe. My king, guys, we're just gonna look at what's happening now. This is the speed at which the elite players are playing.
Check again. Okay, queen se block kiya. Buddy keeping the queens on the board for some perpetuals or drawing chances.
Yeah. And queen c3, a mistake. Right now for Dubov, you know, his queen, even rook endgame, could be winning for black.
Yes, for sure. Buddy plays with 3 seconds on the clock. Trying for some checks पीछे से.
But the king आगे आने वाला है. The black king is now not worried. I love the f4 pawn giving the shelter. b5 is attack. उसको defend करो. Don't blunder the pawn.
Oh, man. 2 seconds. Kill.
They are repeating and gaining time in between. But the rook will come to e5. Defend the b5 pawn. Just make sure in time pressure that your pieces are not hanging.
Yeah, Dubov keeping everything protected, and the best part is after like 60 odd moves, Amrita, engine evaluation बोल रहा है 0.00, but result guaranteed है.
Yeah, that is true, and I do think it's gonna be in Dubov's favor. Oh, but he makes a big mistake.
Oh, he blundered a pawn.
King gets 6.
The Pranav misses it. Buddy is so
Khatam. F3 disco and it's all over.
Now it's Dubov. Won't miss this
now
at all.
The king is exposed completely without any.
Check. Yeah.
Cannot withstand a storm anymore. Whoa.
Dubov.
Too fast.
Oh, checkmate in 1. Oh, no, rook is picked. Acha, iske liye. But yeah, I think this Dubov has this in the bag now and making a strong case for the title. He has to beat Martinez, but we'll see that later. Let's see if he actually finishes the job here.
Absolutely. Here he's giving checks, gaining time, and then the king moves. The white king has no pawns over there. That is no roof over there. It's all over.
ये घर का छत उड़ गया ऐसा लग रहा है बेचारा.
और बारिश भी जोर से आ रही है वो भी.
Oh, Dubov plays with 1 second. He just noticed that. Oh, and now the rook joins in. Ladder checkmate. Dubov wins.
And the smile there is like every game ke baad, it does feel, Rakesh, that Dubov has had a lot of fun.
For sure. You know, he loves these faster formats and, you know, being a icon player, like reserve player for the icon players, he was super close because shayad Nakamura ek din late aata to he would have played. But he's just, I think, happy to be. And Amrita, we have the leaderboard here.
Ooh, here we have Jose leading the tournament with 3.5 points, sole leader, followed by Daniel, who is now on 3 points after losing the first 2 games. And then we have Pranav on 2.5 and Pranav Anand on 1 point there. And Rakesh, this round, the final round, is gonna say it all. What is your guess?
I think it's the match between those 2 players. If you can scroll down a little bit, because it's the reverse fix at that. So yeah, we can see at the top it's Dubov versus tailender Pranav Anand not having the best of events. But Amrita, do you think Pranav Venkatesh can hold on Jose Martinez?
You know, what is very interesting is if Pranav beats Jose, then Pranav goes to 3.5. But if Dubov beats Pranav Anand, he goes to 4.
Yes.
So he becomes a direct champion.
Yes.
Wow. And Jose needs to, that means, beat V Pranav Vier.
Correct. At least minimum to draw chahiye.
हाँ,
But if he
draw तो
beats him, that would be great. And in just about couple of hours, we'll also have the big players playing. But here is the final clash. Let's go.
Let's go to the
Okay, let's try to get Jose's
Sicilian.
board as well. Jose, I think, has played B3 in
Yeah, but let's go to Daniel's game. We have the moves right now with Daniel's game.
Yeah.
Here we
Let's
have
check it from the
Sicilian.
start.
But we cannot imagine that after losing first two games, he can still become a champion, and that's what you keep doing. D4. Hey, he's converting it to open Sicilian.
Very smart, and he knows Pranav Anand is a little bit out of form, but he has had a fantastic year, Pranav Anand overall, and he should be really happy. And he was in fact not even planning to be here. He got a last minute invite for the Global Chess League.
ये क्या ही chance है यार, मजेदार. You're playing right. Oh, what is this Bishop D7 early, Rakesh?
Yeah, I think it's somewhat offbeat line. Even Pranav Anand might not know the intricacies of it, but I would love to have the bishop here, on this long diagonal.
That typical Scavengerian, yaar, dekhne ke baad you feel a bit nostalgic because you don't see it very often nowadays. And that's the Sicilian. Daniel Dubois doing well. Look at his time, 3 minutes again. So I think already he is looking in a positive light. We can look at the other game very quickly, Jose as well, and see what opening happened over there.
Let's check. Oh, B3 as always. Jose Martinez with the gun pressing the clock, and knight G1 gaya, पीछे गया वापस. But I think it's still overall looking very good for him.
Yes, that's where you go. Bishop C3, one minor piece is exchanged and an imbalance is already created there. The center is closed, that's why Jose can have the king in the center and says, ठीक है, आराम से short castle करूँगा बाद में.
वो कहीं दोनों side जा सकता है.
You think long castle?
It's blitz, so let's go. But Amrita, you're so right about last game of the tournament. Every player wants to win.
Yes.
So he would love to actually finish on a high. He's down on the clock, 30 seconds almost. But let's see if Pranav, buddy Pranav can, spring a surprise and help Daniel Dubois in a way.
And these were the two guys who started this tournament with a bang with 2 out of 2. And abhi wo log lage hain, so both are in form. So it's not going to be an easy match for Jose or Pranav both.
For sure. And also big shout out to Jose Martinez because this tournament was kind of his idea.
Oh, really?
Yes, he was like, I've played so many simultaneously. I loved the Chess Base India winter camp. But he also said, I want to train a little before the World Rapid Blitz.
Ooh.
And we asked the other players and all of them agreed. And it's so nice to have this tournament.
That's amazing. But you know what? For now, we may be struggling with the board update there on the screen.
Yeah, if we could.
That's very important. Maybe we want another screen. Let us know. कुछ कर सकते हैं तो, but as of now maybe we can just look at the position which we have over here in front of us and Daniel Dubois' game as well.
Yeah, be really nice because I think पिछले game का board दिख रहा है हमको.
Yes.
If you could switch the board somehow.
But the other one was fine, no? With the other screen.
So let's check Dubois' game if you could go there. No, I think board is still not updating.
Yeah, board is not updating. Maybe, I don't know if they are able to hear us and if they are
producer if you could just go full screen otherwise so we can...
Yes, they are able to hear us and they are working on it, guys. It's gonna happen. In the meantime, you see the body language and the clock of Daniel Dubois with 2 minutes 23 seconds there. 1 minute up on the clock. Then Pranav Anand.
Yeah, and he is putting a case for first place. It's now up to Pranav Anand to defend well, or else we might see Dubois winning the event also, bro.
You know what, Rakesh? ऐसा लग रहा है यार 1 घंटे में खत्म भी हो रहा है. Why can't they keep playing on and on?
Exactly.
बहुत ही मजा आ जाएगा.
बहुत ही fun, and also there's so much to do here at the chess festival in a way that we have at Royal Opera House. People from Mumbai, if you are around, still chance है अभी भी आपके पास. आ जाइए, यहाँ पे बहुत सारी चीजें करने का. You can buy merch, you can buy chess books, you can play simuls. everything happened. You can watch the top players as well at the Global Chess League.
And Triveni are leading the GCL event and they have this amazing mascot and बहुत सारा उनका merch free है यहाँ पे.
Yes.
So many people are supporting them. So do visit here, guys.
Yeah, Dubov gets the knight to d5. We'll try to get the board as soon as possible, but looking really, really good for Daniel Dubov here.
And it's a typical Sicilian, guys. Normally they say whenever black gets the d5 break, a successful d5, he feels very comfortable. But Dubov has made sure कि d5 पे तो देख भी नहीं सकता है अभी.
बिल्कुल, and he always, recapture with a piece. Taki the d6 pawn is always weak here, and I think it's one-way traffic for Daniel Dubov.
Yeah, and Daniel has given the c2 pawn, which is one of the weak points generally in Sicilian when the c file is opened up. But for a reason, Daniel has not blundered it, guys. Look at what he's doing. Bishop h5 पे पहुंच गया.
अरे उसको checkmate करना. I think he bishop in the corner. He may want to bring his queen f file पे लाके checkmate करने के लिए. Pranav Anand has 50 seconds.
And f7 पे पूरा pressure. I think Daniel always looks at opponent's king. I don't think he cares about anything else here. Dark square bishop दे दिया है. We have converted it into opposite colored bishops, and they say whoever is in an attacking position is better.
Yeah, for sure. It's only going to be a white win or a drop. Dubov threatens checkmate in a couple of moves. Pranav defends it. 45 seconds, as we can see on the clock. We'll try to get the board as well as soon as possible, but looking like Dubov has the upper hand here, Amruta.
Absolutely. No, I really love that. It's a rare situation where the bishop is at that edge over there on h5 and doing a good job. But maybe the job is done now. Now maybe you want to shift it back.
Oh, he plays g6. A perpetual check ka chance hai.
Like, but Daniel wants to.
Yeah.
But wait, is it forced?
He takes it.
अरे क्या करेगा? पीस जाता
अरे
था.
Dubov नहीं, draw हो जाएगा.
Oh, if Dubov draws and
he plays on. Nice.
What a killer attitude. What a fighting spirit by Daniel Dubov. Piece down there. But
और थोड़ा clock पे भी खेल सकते हैं because 35 seconds और Dubov के पास है 55 seconds, so maybe Dubov is trying to play on the clock.
ये अगर white जीतेगा तो I would be very surprised यार फिर भी.
Yeah, this would be like a big upset अगर white जीत गया ये position से तो.
Yeah, like objectively Pranav Anand is doing fine. He should be okay, but Daniel knows this is blitz. भाई, if it was classical, then मुझे बताओ ये सब. Blitz में I don't care. My pawns are rolling.
Exactly, pawns are rolling. Even he changes his posture. अभी बोल रहा है चलो अभी game चालू हो रहा है. He sits on his leg and Dubov wants to really push it. And we'll have a quick look at the other board as well. Badi Pranav के पास बिल्कुल भी time नहीं है. 3 seconds. If you could switch to the other game with the board. Martinez about to become our champion, Amruta.
Really? Yes, he is beating V Pranav here.
Wow. Oh, Buddy might flag any. 1 second के साथ खेला.
The position is very, very tough. He's a piece down there. Black is a piece down.
Yes, for
Time
nothing.
Down. There you go. Jose beats V Pranav in the final round. He has done his job. He's moved to what, 4.5 out of 6, which means that he is a clear-cut champion.
Yeah, and kudos, like congratulations to Jose Martinez from Mexico. You know, he had a great World Cup, Amruta, and now he just shows that he is a very strong contender for World Rapid Blitz also.
वही बोला मेरी आइडिया है तो जीतूंगा ना भाई. Let's quickly move to Daniel's game and see what's happening there. Is it perpetual? Is it a fight?
Oh, Pranav Anand might win this, Amruta. But Danny took the extra risk.
I think he knew it. Yeah, जो भी होगा. But फिर भी he can win. The advantage is with black. But फिर भी ऐसा लग रहा है कि कुछ भी हो सकता है अगर.
Correct.
A blunder is possible. It's not a clean and clear better for black.
And these pawns still looking great for Daniel Dubov. Pranav with 20 seconds, Dubov with 8 seconds. Pranav finally starting to push his pawn एकदम screen पे के एंड में आप देख सकते हो पॉन बढ़ते ही जा रहा है.
कितने फटाफट वो वहां से निकला था और पहुंच भी गया वो A3 पे.
A3 पे आ गया पॉन. Dubov enters with his rook trying for some tactics. King is weak, Amruta. कुछ भी हो सकता है.
Yeah, the rook needs to be on the 7th rank. Wow, this is cool.
Repetition incoming.
उसका टाइम देख नहीं पा रहे, but I think he is doing it. Maybe a perpetual there for him.
Wow, Dubov still plays on him. Pawn capture कर सकता है कोने में. He captures that.
Oh, very key pawn who was about to queen in just 2 moves.
I mean, huge respect, Daniel Dubov. He had the draw a couple of times, but he's still trying to push. But we know Jose jeet gaya, so it's best for second place.
No, but even this game, if you see queen and bishop, I think black should be doing fine. But I think at the moment G and H pawns are successfully pushing, फिर danger हो जाएगा.
बिल्कुल. And I think queen and knight is a very dangerous combination. Queen and bishop not so much.
हाँ, उनको टाइम लगेगा थोड़ा कोऑर्डिनेट करने के लिए. Dubov started pushing his pawn, but computer says भाई नहीं. I am surprised.
शायद weak हो सकता है pawn.
Oh, a perpetual आएगा क्या? Queen G6, Queen E8. Again, some chances there.
For sure. Pranav saves it with Queen G5. 15 seconds for Pranav. 5 seconds for Daniel Dubov. I think all 3 results possible, Amruta.
Absolutely right. And as of now, Bar is saying कि भाई मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. आप लोग खेलो. Queen check. Oh, B7. He's won B7. I would even be surprised.
I think Abhi, now this will be a perpetual. Maybe Daniel Dubov still plays on. Queen D1 checking H2 जाएगा. गया.
अरे. But he cannot escape the perpetual.
Yeah, now he can't. It's going to be.
Yeah. Typical draw with the queen and the king, and there you go with a smile on his face. The final game finishes. Both of them enjoyed it, huh? Rakesh?
Yeah. Amazing game by both players, which means I think Jose Martinez finishes first, as we said, with 4.5. Daniel Dubov clear second with 3.5. Buddy Pranav with 2.5, and Pranav Anand with 1.5.
Ooh, it just was like, Jose, he was just right there. I don't know, did he party yesterday? Did you see him?
No, I didn't see him yesterday.
Wow,
actually.
he must be preparing, and he showed it over here, his class.
Yeah.
And Daniel, I am very impressed with this guy again and again. Starting with 2 losses, he's just like, I'm in the group. And if this tournament would be even further 4 rounds, I'm sure he would be completely a dangerous, opponent. Maybe he would have won the tournament.
For sure, but so nice to have these ambassadors play this tournament. 1 hour blitz, मजा आ गया. अभी I think 19 minutes का break है before we have the main games starting off. Stream will I think go live around 3:15, so do stick around.
बहुत कुछ आएगा, but Rakesh, what has been your highlight अभी तक GCL में? Can you share with us?
Oh, that's a great question. I think कल हुआ when we saw Vishy sir and Gukesh signing autographs together at the same time. What a beautiful experience for the fans, and India से 2 world champions है. Great to see this,
That's a nice one, what you mentioned, because how many times we are going to have both of them together and also signing and, witnessing such a thriller game, guys.
And in Mumbai, in India.
Yes, मतलब कल जो बाहर निकल रहे थे ना सारे ओपेरा हाउस से, they were like, यार पैसा वसूल हो गया पूरा
So,
पूरा.
chat, if you are watching, you still have a chance. Last 3 days of league stage, and then the semi-finals and finals. So lots of things to do here. You can also play some blitz, play some simul's as well, watch the players. So do visit us here at Royal Opera House.
And I would really love one day such an idea happening. Like yesterday we had Milind Soman here, who is a very fitness freak, and whoever wanted to take a selfie with him, they had to do push-ups, And imagine at the entrance of GCL, it's like somebody is playing blitz, and whoever is able to beat him then gets a free ticket.
That's
such things or something, I think would be interesting.
For sure, that's an amazing idea. And before we wrap up, Amrita, I would like to ask, what is your your best moment of this GCL?
I think for me, being inside that hall and putting those headphones, listening to commentary, looking at the players and the games मतलब मजा आया यार. आई डोंट वांट टू मिस इवन अ सिंगल गेम. वहां पे बैठ के देखना है लाइक अ व्यूअर, यू नो. बट या आई ट्राई माई बेस्ट एंड आई थिंक दोज आर माई बेस्ट मोमेंट्स. ऑल्सो टू गेट टू इंटरेक्ट विद पीपल दे आर कमिंग फ्रॉम फॉरेन कंट्रीज, नॉट जस्ट फ्रॉम इंडियन सिटीज एल्सवेयर. बट गाइज, फॉरेन कंट्री से आ रही है टूर्नामेंट के लिए, तो आप मुंबई में हो तो प्लीज आ जाइए. वी विल लव टू मीट यू.
Yeah, and we have, I think, like a closing ceremony for the top 4 players. Congratulations to Jose Martinez. Once again, we have the chief arbiter Vivek Suhani, and he's going to be giving some prizes.
Lovely there. And you know, I think the prize, if I'm not wrong, is the air tag.
Oh yes, the man of the match.
Can we listen to them? I don't know.
I don't know if we have audio, but
No.
yeah. So
No audio. We can guess over here something privacy directly.
Chief arbiter Vivek is saying, congratulations to Jose. He's maybe listing the points. Jose 4.5, Daniel Dubov 3.5, Pranav V with 2.5, and Pranav Anand with 1.5. There we see congratulations to Jose. Handshakes overall, Amrita.
Yeah.
I think well-deserved winner.
Absolutely. मजा आया यार. सबके चेहरे पे ये स्माइल देख के भी बहुत मजा आ रहा है. And thanks to Vivek, I think he was over here a very, very reputed arbiter. So thank you, Rakesh bhai, for joining us.
Yeah.
Had a
Super
lot of fun. Hope we have more such events.
For sure. And I think it's time we have to also get ready for the next event, the main event that's happening here. Do you have any predictions for the winner of this season?
Ooh, I think the way Triveni is playing, it's very hard to stop them. You know, that's the thing.
3 in a row, maybe, for Triveni. ऐसा हो सकता है. Only one way to find out is to come here and watch it yourself live, chat. And on that note, Amrita, take it away for the last closing statement.
Thank you, Rakesh, and thank you, chat.
आज हम कुछ नया सीखेंगे.
एक दिन स्कूल में फुटबॉल आया और फुटबॉल ने मुझे बताया, ये सर सिर्फ पानी का मटका उठाने के लिए नहीं बना.
ये पैर डर के भागने के लिए नहीं बने.
घुटने किसी के सामने झुकने के लिए नहीं बने. ये कंधे अनाज की बोरियां उठाने के लिए नहीं बने. चीख सिर्फ डर से नहीं निकलती
और गोल सिर्फ रोटियां नहीं होती.
जब घर में कोई किलकारी गूंजे, ये लोरी की धुन में गाती है. जीवन की आपाधापी में मन को सुकून पहुंचाती है. कोई अपना कहीं खो जाए अगर सीने से